Welcome back to Sailing Sunday. Last week we were exploring one of the Exuma's most famous dive sites, the plane crash at Norman's Cay. And even if you don't know the story behind this site, you've most likely seen photos since it's such a place of interest in this area. We also spent a lot of our time just soaking up the last few days here in Paradise after months of adventuring through these islands. But it was time to make our way back to Nassau, where Ryan's parents were set to fly out back to Australia. So we enjoyed our last few days together, staying in the marina at the gigantic Atlantis Resort. We spent the next couple days swimming, eating, and just taking in a bit of resort life. We also ventured out for a very important ultrasound appointment.
It's a boy.
Is it really?
I told you. I've said this whole time it's a boy.
Yeah.
Which we were so excited to be able to share with Ryan's parents before they left. Then it was time to say our goodbyes and get ready for an adventure we've had in the works for quite a while now.
Alright, that was a wild few weeks with my parents on board Sunday in the Exumas. Once we dropped them off, we just had to beeline it straight to the Abaco. So we basically just non-stop being like boom, 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 boom. We pulled into Marsh Harbour Marina in Marsh Harbour. We've got the boat all stored away, locked away for a few weeks because we have some exciting stuff happening. We are about to road trip across America in a caravan from Bahamas on a private cargo plane. We're going to zoom over to Miami to pick up our rental car.
This journey is literally planes, trains, automobiles. Like, this is the epitome of adventure.
Yep, we're hanging up our sailor's hat for a trucker's hat and hitting the road across the USA, including a scary plane ride in a tin can, sleeping in the back of an SUV in a truck stop somewhere in Georgia, and so much more, so buckle up.
We are leaving Sunday. I, in particular, are leaving for a while, aren't I, Captain?
Yeah, you sure are.
So this is a pretty bittersweet moment for me. We are going to have baby. 20 weeks halfway. Not much to show yet, but we've got a lot to sort out. So we're heading back to Canada to brood. The boat, well, it doesn't look clean right now because there's a couple things out that we have to take. But the boat is all stored up.
Yeah.
We've got batteries turned off, bedroom's clean, everything's stowed away, and we're off for quite a wild adventure, and we're going to take you along with us. This is the stuff we have to do
When you have a dog.
when we have a dog on board. Giddy up, let's go.
Now, Ryan and I aren't the most organized people in the world, so it really wouldn't be us unless right before a 3-week cross-country road trip, Ryan realizes he has absolutely no idea where his wallet is.
Got everything but my wallet.
It's gotta be in there.
Luckily, he found it after quite a while of searching. Nothing like a bit of panic to kick off the start of a trip.
Bye-bye, boats. Always a mad rush for that.
Yeah. This is the first time we're both leaving the boat together in 5 years.
5 years, especially with Jackson. We've never left it with Jackson. He's never left the boat once.
Yeah.
In the 5 years we've been liveaboards, Ryan and I have only spent 1 week off the boat together. And sadly, that was for my papa's funeral back in Canada. So this was a big deal for us to be leaving together as a family. And as you can see, Jackson was absolutely stoked.
All right, so
How much spending money do you want?
all right, so we made it here in I was gonna say taxi, but we got Rick and Lou and Salacious Star. Gonna say hey guys.
Hi guys. Hi.
So it's this is us right now.
Driving on the wrong side of the road.
Yeah. We got a left-hand card. I can't explain that. Brittany.
Left-hand drive car on a right-hand drive street.
We got Brittany over here, Jackson, Rick and Lou on the front. And this is it. We're crammed into this little Buick. and we're heading to the airport. We've got a 45-minute drive to our private charter flight across to America, which was cheaper than putting him on a ferry or a commercial flight.
Now, it took a ton of planning to make this trip happen, and our biggest problem was trying to get Jackson from the Bahamas to the west coast of Canada. The catch? We have to leave our boat behind because we're keeping it here in the Abacos for the upcoming Boy Scout season. Now, I'm already halfway through my pregnancy, so I need to get back to Canada to sort out my health care and make sure I have a doctor and a hospital organized.
Do you smoke cigarettes? No. Do you smoke cigarettes? I need to know.
It only made sense, since we'll be spending our off season in Canada, that Jackson might as well come with me, so Ryan can go back to the Bahamas and focus on work for this season, and Jackson can get away from the tropical heat and chill out for a Canadian summer. But it turns out Jackson's too big for most commercial flights to the US, and all the flights from the Bahamas to Canada consist of a million different stopovers. Next, we looked into the ferry, but there's nothing direct from the Abacos to Fort Lauderdale, and the cost of each ferry trip alone for all three of us was nearly as much as a single 45-minute flight.
I shouldn't say private chartered flight, because it's really just a little cargo plane.
We're shoved in with the boxes, man.
We're going in freight with Jackson. Hey, mate.
These are just the sort of things that you have to do when you travel full-time with your pets. It's easy enough to get yourselves around, but it can be a lot more complicated for our furry friends, particularly when they're as big as a horse like Jackson is. On our way to the airport, we decided to pull into Treasure Cay, which even after 5 years still hasn't fully recovered from Hurricane Dorian. But there's a store here that apparently has some of the best cinnamon rolls on the island, so we couldn't drive past without pulling in for a bite.
We're on our way. It's actually a really cool drive though, to see the inland of the island, because we only ever get to see the coast.
It's just demolished by the hurricane.
Yeah, it's still pretty damaged by everything, but we pulled into Treasure Cay. We could not drive by without stopping to get one of their cinnamon buns. We've heard about them and we had a bit of time up our sleeves, so we pulled in there. Now we're on our way to our luxurious jet.
I'll swap you, I'll come.
I don't think that's ours.
Get the back one.
It's like a square looking metal one apparently. This looks terrifying.
Yeah, it looks like that one there, N4108P.
But don't you have to check in?
No. We're checking.
What?
Yeah. Let's go.
They don't even have our...
Thank you guys, thank you.
Bye
Thank you.
guys. I'll see you.
Yeah. Alright, we're out of here.
Oh, the sheep staying.
Wait till you see this, it's gonna be sick.
Now, this was definitely a unique experience. The tarmac, which is in the middle of nowhere, is surrounded by a pretty meager chain link fence, which we just walked through and were told to go to the RV and pay our $30 airport fee. And just like that, we were jumping on our flight. No security, no check-in, no baggage or passport check. Within 2 minutes of driving up, we were on our flight and heading to the US. We weren't entirely sure how Jackson would handle it, but as you can see, he was pumped to jump on this plane.
You're gonna have to let her on, buddy.
Oh wow.
This is cool, hey?
Even smaller than that.
This flight was definitely the most stress-free option for Jackson to get back to the mainland, and well worth the $700 it cost for all of us to take it, even if I found the entire 45 minutes absolutely terrifying. Having a large dog definitely complicates our travels at times, but we always make it work, and he was an absolute champion on this flight. Then, after a few scary bumps, Jackson crop dusting the entire plane, and hoping and praying I never have to get on one of these again, we were in sight of the Florida coastline.
That was way gentler than I expected.
Yeah, that was better than a commercial flight. See the
Jackson!
good boy, buddy.
You did a good job, buddy!
Thanks, man. Thank you.
And just like that, we were out of the Bahamas and getting ready to walk through our very own customs and immigration.
Yep.
We didn't have a printer on the boat.
If you need. That's
Yes,
just
yeah.
his
They said we need to give his rabies. Thank you.
That was quite the experience. We'll tell you guys all about it. But right now, we ended up flying into a different airport than was originally planned. So Ryan's just had to really quickly jump on the internet and rebook our rental car to be picked up here instead of the other airport down the way. So just doing that now. Jackson was an absolute champion. He did so well.
Yeah.
I think his ears might have been bugging him because when we started descent, he started getting a little bit like scared, but then he settled straight away. But yeah, that was a wild experience.
It was, eh?
So we'll see you guys hopefully when we got our rental car. Okay, so to continue our journey of traveling with a giant dog, case in point, I'm sitting here outside the terminal that we just flew into. Ryan's had to jump in a shuttle to the car rental place, which we didn't really think would be appropriate to bring him on. They probably wouldn't let it. They might have, who knows, but we just assumed they wouldn't. So Jackson and I have been placed under a nice shady tree. We've got water, we've got internet, and we're just gonna hang out here until Dad comes to pick us up. Hey Jackson, the things we do with you, the things we have to do when traveling with a dog. It actually could be a lot worse. This is pretty good. We're having a good time. So that's us for the foreseeable future until Ryan gets the car sorted. We forgot to bring a bottle for him, so now I get to wash my bottle and hopefully not forget that he's sucked the water out of it. Now we just sit back and relax. Still waiting. Jackson. So we've rented quite a big SUV. They actually weren't too bad in price. And also, we need space to fit this big guy in. So we wanted to get something comfortable because we're going to be doing a lot of driving. Something that is big enough that he could lay flat in, lay down in the back and like relax. Something that's like, Jackson. Something comfortable that he can lay back in and relax. So, but Ryan just called, he said he's on his way and they upgraded him. And I said, why'd they upgrade you? He said, oh, they must have liked my Aussie accent. He thinks that gets him far in life when he's on this side of the world. We'll find out. I guess it does. He got an upgrade, so. Who's that? Who is that?
Hey? Hey?
Oh my god, it's huge.
It's massive. Hey buddy, let's get you in, it's bloody hot. So check out our rental car, a bloody massive Chevy Suburban. This thing is a beast. I said, I need the biggest car you got. She goes, I got you.
This is our new wheels over the next 4 days as we drive up to Indiana to pick up our $1 a day RV rental, but we'll tell you more about that one later.
Oh man, this is nuts, hey? So it's been crazy. We flew in that little cargo plane. Okay, it's okay. I know, we're gonna go. We flew in that little cargo plane and there's a big air show on at the other airport that we're meant to fly into. So we flew into the Fort Lauderdale International Airport. So I had to cancel our rental car, book another rental car at this airport. And then when I did it, it's obviously at the airport, but we've flown into like the private jet area where all the rich people are. So like they get their cars delivered to them, but because I just booked it, you know, I didn't know that. I just thought we were in the airport, you know? So anyway, long story short, I've had to, you know, get a lift. Thank God for who was at Shelter Air, who do all the jets and stuff. They were like full, I guess, luxury, private, whatever section of the airport here. They got their suits on and they're like, sir, just jump in our private shuttle bus and we'll take you around to the car rental place for you. And I'm like, all right, no worries. So I think they think I flew with Shelter Air. And yeah, they took me around and yeah, picked up the car rental. And when you drive in Miami or Fort Lauderdale, these guys are crazy. You'll see a car accident, like a 10-car pile up every 5 minutes. So whew, wish us luck here, people, wish us luck. So let's get these back seats down. Let's get Jackson in the back. I gotta storm away real quickly because I don't think we're allowed dogs in the car rentals and stuff like this. So, hey buddy, we're gonna sneak you in the car rental and then vacuum the shit out of this thing, hey? And we're gonna sneak Jackson in a car rental. Let's go.
Jackson!
How do you put this shit down? You know what, we don't even need, oh, here we go. Oh, it's all electric.
Aww, isn't that fancy?
Oh shit. It is too, eh?
Jackson!
How you going? Alright. Holy shit.
We've been living on a boat too long. He's ready for it.
There you go, buddy. There you go. Just chill there, mate.
Make yourself comfortable, mister.
Yeah. Just here.
Okay, so Ryan kept saying, we need a really big one for Jackson. It's for Jackson. We need a really big car for Jackson. And now I'm seeing how bloody huge this truck is. This is for you. This is not for Jackson.
No, it's not like, well, I didn't think about this. Look, like, he's got so much room back there.
You can fit 15 people in this thing.
You could, eh?
Look at all that space. We could have slept back there.
We can sleep there. Why don't we sleep there tonight? We could.
We don't have
just try.
pillows and bedding.
That's all right. We just go to a gym in the morning and work out. Ah, I got on your mate. Yeah, you're chilling.
Dumpy boy.
This is what we do for Jackson. We get a bloody private plane over to the US, get a van-like bloody truck for driving up to get our big ass camper van. Truck-like van, whatever you want to call it. Think, man, this is, if you own a Chevy Suburban,
you must
nuts.
have 15 kids.
Yeah.
This is for Ryan. Ryan loves cars and trucks, and they don't have trucks like this back in Australia, so you seize the opportunity.
Well, this was like 40 bucks a day. The normal SUV was like 20 bucks a day. I should have got that one.
Also, Jackson, this vehicle is not meant to have dogs in it.
Yeah, I know. We got
We're
a lot of
naughty.
cleaning to do.
We have a lot of cleaning to do.
Alright, so
Okay, where to
we
first?
gotta leave because it's 3 o'clock now. 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm gonna get till 7. So we're gonna go to. Let's just head to St. Augustine. We're gonna go see our friends in St. Augustine and stay there tonight, but we've left late and it's a lot of stormy weather heading that way. So we'll just go there and see, eh? Let's just get up there. We don't have to stay there, we can stay somewhere else, but yeah, let's do it.
What's the first thing you do to start a road trip? Chick-fil-A. Because Jackson's been such a good boy, we got him a little 5-count of chicken nuggets.
Is that it?
Just Bubba. Not only do we have a dog in a car we're not supposed to, but we're feeding him hand feeding him chicken nuggets. Because you're such a good boy.
Gentle. Good boy.
He's drooling. Let the road trip begin.